good to see you again. Another week's gone by, Stepping Stones is out, the sun's out, I'm clutching onto my sanity, life's good. I think it would be cool if we could look at our influences today, so the ones who influenced us in the music we play. Let's start with Reese. Hello Reese.
Hello Jack.
What are your main influences? Let's start with drumming. What's your main drumming influences?
It was definitely Trey Cool from Green Day that made me want to play drums in the first place. Ben Thatcher from Royal Blood and RJ Hale from Hailstorm that you can mainly hear in my playing. The way I construct fills and grooves is very reminiscent of stuff you hear in Royal Blood and Hailstorm songs. Obviously, still got like John Bonham and Keith Moon and Buddy Rich, because everyone is influenced by them. They're great.
Tell me what you love so much about John Bonham.
Everything. He did everything so differently to what was considered like your standard drumming. Just proved that drums can be a leading instrument.
Tell me about some guitar players that you've been influenced by.
James Hetfield and Kirk Hammett, definitely. Every time I improvise a solo, it's just all the same pentatonic licks that Kirk Hammett uses. A lot of the fills in Margarine are heavily inspired by Little Monster by Royal Blood. The triplet snare roll taken from the bridge in Little Monster, where the drums drop out and then they slowly build back up and break into the rhythm again.
And now let's go to Magnus. Hello Magnus.
Hello.
What exciting things are happening with KAZAK currently?
I don't know.
Well, let me tell you, Stepping Stones is currently released and on Spotify, along with Laughing at the Chaos and Stranger Game. They are all on Spotify. KAZAK Tapes has been launched.
KAZAK Tapes has been launched, which is thrilling.
We're now YouTubers as well.
We're mostly just Instagram vloggers. I made a demo as well today, which was fun. I spent 2.5 hours trying to record the drums. That was intense. Too much for one boy.
Well, maybe just enough. So, Magnus, tell me about your influences when it comes to drumming, when it comes to bass playing, when it comes to guitar playing.
My beautiful tone of voice, which comes directly from Mr. Billy Joe in Green Day. There's a lot of Green Day involved. There's a lot of Nirvana involved as well. I used to listen to a lot of indie for a year, so there's a lot of those kind of bands. The Amazons and Himalayas, like the punky indie stuff. I like 90s-y bands, I like early 2000s-y bands. I'm not too keen on late 2000s bands, quite keen on 2010 bands, not so keen on 2020 bands.
As for my top influences, when it comes to guitar, I'd have to say Jimi Hendrix, of course, Steve Lukather from Toto, Joe Bonamassa, his chops were impeccable, Eric Gales, very, very creative, and Derek Trucks, because his slide playing is very emotive and really does it for me. As far as musicians go, just for their songwriting and so on, I'd have to say right up the top there is Graham Parsons. I'm a huge country fan, and I think his songwriting is just fantastic. Going down the list, I think Periphery would be on there as well. I also love modern progressive metal. They're a great band, very cool production as well. So Billy Joe Armstrong with Green Day as well. Bruce Springsteen, I love Bruce Springsteen. His first 2 albums were the ones, anything up until about Tunnel of Love really. And the Eagles, everything through from 72 to 80, very, very nice. I'll tell you what, once we get out of this mess, we're going to have a laugh. Obviously, we have some gigs booked for this summer, and it's our last summer until we have to be shipping up to Bristol. We have some great expectations over the horizon. Pencoos 2020, Stinky Tunes 2020, and all the other gigs we've postponed. There will be a lyric video out for Stepping Stones on Tuesday. We're also going to be doing a stream on Friday. We had some laughs over the last one. In the coming weeks, we're planning to do a cover for Instagram. We haven't decided what we want to do yet, but we're thinking of putting a poll out so you guys can choose what song we should do. But I shall say no more. So, I hope you've had a cool Easter, and be sure to give Stepping Stones a spin. See you later.